So what was I saying?
I've been running most of my life, blowing smoke everywhere around. There's some stains on your photo, little cracks on your rusty frame, stuck in the mud, but it's okay. I don't have the pieces of you buried in the flashbacks. All these wicked nightmares has gone cold. Now we go way, way back, as far as way back goes. Still standing by your side. You know I'll be right here when all the monsters come. I've got you.
Good morning and welcome back to our home. I hope that you are having a beautiful day. We are going to start off with a couple of recipes from our garden. It is kind of breaking my heart to leave this home for some reason. As you saw in the beginning of the video, just a lot has kind of happened here and I am feeling all of the feels. I actually had a bunch of stuff typed out for this video and decided to save it as a separate private video for myself in the future, and have decided to do a voiceover. So I'm gonna try not to get emotional, bear with me, but I'm sharing a few recipes today, and then we are going to finish decluttering our whole house and getting everything packed up. So if you are needing some motivation, I still got you. We're just gonna kind of take a step back, play some relaxing music, and really just set the tone for a more relaxing and slow homemaking video.
Way back goes, still standing by your side. You know I'll be right here when all the monsters come. I've got you.
Over the last few years here, one of the main reasons we started our own garden was so that we didn't have to rely on any grocery store or things like that to supply all of our food. And while we are not like 100% self-sustainable, our garden has actually grown and produced so much vegetables and fruits for our family, and I am just so grateful for that. Of course, I am so excited for the new house and starting our garden there next year. Technically this year because we started in December, but one thing I make every single year are these bacon wrapped jalapeno poppers, and they are so freaking good. They're kind of like a hot mess though, because you never really know if they're going to be super spicy or not, but I guess that's kind of the fun. Just don't give them to the kids, because unless they like really spicy things, because again, you just never really know what you're going to get. Another thing that I learned over the last couple of years were just some new skills, canning different things. We've been making some salsa. I made homemade pasta sauce. I made homemade tomato sauce, chili sauce, beef broth, bone broth, like all of the things that I had never done prior to these last few years. And this year I saw one of my friends, I had an abundance of jalapenos, as you can see, and like there's only so many poppers you can make. So I made this, I forget what it's called, like jalapeno candy or California candy, or I don't know, something like that. And it is like a spicy but sweet jalapeno. You can put it on nachos, in salsas and stuff like that. It's just a nice little kick. Add it to your sandwiches, whatever you want, and they turned out so delicious. I will have both of these recipes down below in the description. I mentioned this before, but as I am packing up our whole house, I thought it would just be the smartest thing to declutter as I'm going. And so throughout this video, you can't see all of it, but I do have 3 separate categories. And so I have the boxes that are coming with us to the new house. I have a trash bag, and then I also have a donation bag. And this just helps me to kind of sort through literally every single item in our house as I am going through them, because when you are moving, you do have to physically handle every single item in your house, and there is truly no better time to declutter than during a move.
Close to me, you love differently.
So I kind of put everything into these little piles and Ziploc bags. Those 2 black ones are going to go in our like weekend bag, just in case we need some like polysporin and hydrogen peroxide to clean any wounds and stuff, because with kids you just never know. And the rest is extras, and we're gonna put it in this box.
You lay beside me, you held my hand in the dark. I started fighting, 'cause I was scared of it all. And isn't it glorious how love gets.
Okay, so you can see that there is, again, everything in the box. There's still quite a bit of room, so I'm going to put some vitamins and stuff in here that we have that are extras that we won't be needing for a while. Okay, then I added a few more things in here from my husband's stuff. Don't worry, I got his permission. And this whole bin we are going to donate.
So close to me, love me differently.
Moving on to the kitchen here, we are putting away all of our non-essentials. And so this cabinet here, to be honest, I very rarely go in here. It's just kind of taking up unnecessary space in the kitchen, but it is stuff that we do use on occasion. And so I am not quite ready to declutter it and fully get rid of it. So we are packing it up and taking it to the new house.
Differently. Come a little closer. I wanna dance with you. Everything's moving slower. I don't know what it is you do. I've been looking at you all night, trying to figure you out. I just wanna make you smile. Hold your hand in my hand, looking at the sunset. Man, you're looking good tonight. I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. It's what you're doing, making me feel like I'm falling. And when you're moving, I can hear my calling. There's no one else here that I see but you. It's what you're doing that's making me feel like I'm falling. Yeah, I'm falling in love. You set my wheels in motion. I'm going crazy for you. Eyes blue like the ocean. I can see you want this too. 'Cause you've been looking at me all night, trying to figure me out. I just wanna let you know. And I ain't playing no games, baby, you won't change. I only want you. I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. It's what you do.
Okay, it is a few days later, naturally, and here we are, day 4, I think. This video has not been filmed over the course of like 1 day, so I just want to preface this by saying I'm doing my best over here, and if you were struggling in your home or you're overwhelmed, like, it's okay to get a little bit done here and there. Anyway, I'm gonna give you guys an update and just show you where we left off, what we've got done, and then we are going to finish packing. So we have these 2 cabinets here. This one, I just have a couple things that I have moved over, but as you can see, we did empty this one completely. I moved the stuff that was on the top shelf down here, and so this is just stuff that I use maybe not every day, but like definitely every like 3rd day or something. So we have our tea kettle, our toaster. I swear everybody needs one of these choppers. I will link a similar one down below if you want my exact one. It is Pampered Chef. highly recommend it. Then we have our strainers, which obviously I use daily. Like I cook a lot in this house here. Everyone needs this thing too. I've had this thing for so long. It is incredible. Cuts all of our French fries. I use it when I'm making apple slices, like anything that I want to cut. It is so quick, it is so fast, and I freaking love it. And then of course, like our strainer for gravies and stuff. And that is all that is in these cabinets. Everything else is packed away. I also just want to mention that like this is a very, very intriguing experience knowing like what I actually use in our kitchen every day or frequently and what I do not. So I'm kind of wondering how much more of this I can actually declutter when we get to the move house. Some of it I am still holding on to because I'm not 100% sure. And you know, as a, I don't know what you want to call me, wannabe minimalist, sure, we'll go with that. I'm still deep in the trenches here of understanding and figuring out what exactly works for our home. And now that we have purchased a home, yes, it is smaller, we are downsizing, okay? However, there's more storage. So currently we don't have a garage at all. Our new house has a double car garage. And so the storage that is going to be accessible and easily accessible is going to be really great for like my holiday wear that I freaking refuse to get rid of. I honestly just don't care. I love hosting. I love the holidays and it just brings me so much joy. And if you are a minimalist who doesn't like that, then get rid of it. It's your house, your rules. This is my house, my rules. Anyway, I just went on a tangent. I'm going to show you the rest of the cabinets and we are going to pack this baby up too because we don't use these plates on a daily basis. We use the bowls, but not the plates and stuff. So some of this can get packed up from the kitchen and get it out of here. And let's go back to these other cabinets. Okay, so this one you saw me unpack as well. It's like, yeah, kind of a disaster up there. But up there we had my food processor, which I'm not gonna lie, I don't use very often, but for salsa and stuff, it's very handy to use. So I know it's only like once a year, but why would I get rid of it when I have it and I'm gonna need one eventually? Up here, I had a bunch of casserole dishes, so I donated a bunch of them. I actually gave some to my mother-in-law. Those 3 water bottles, it's gonna be the death of me. My husband wants to keep them, so we keep them. Maybe I'll convince him in a little bit about those, but yeah, keeping those for now. This is my favorite casserole dish. I use this one all the time because it has that red lid. I use it a lot when I make my Greek dip in the summers. And if I'm taking food or appetizers or anything anywhere, I like those. I want to switch to these white casserole dishes. So I've actually packed my other ones and we're going to use those. And I have been using those for the last few days and weeks leading up to this big move to see how I actually like them and why I haven't used them. I think the reason is it does not have a lid. This one does. Not really sure what happened to this one. And then there's like a little one in there, but again, they don't have lids. And when you're cooking, like you need lids because I don't always like to use tin foil and all the things. So I'm guessing that that's why, but so far we've managed and all is good. I need to pack some of this up because it's just not necessary. We like move in less than a week. So yeah. And then this stuff is probably gonna stay until like, I don't know, a couple days before moving day. We do actually have a layover, if you will. Is that what you call it? I don't even know. Where we are in both houses, okay? Because we have some work that we have to do to the new house because it's like an older house. It was actually built in the 60s. And so we're just giving it a fresh paint job and doing some things that I will be sharing. So stay tuned for all of that and just the room makeovers, all the transformations. There's tons of DIY projects to come. So if you're interested in that, make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. I know a lot of you guys aren't even subscribed. Like 80% of you that watch my channel are not subscribed. And we want to get that number down to 50%. So go ahead and hit that red subscribe button. Anyway, I digress again. So what was I saying? Okay, so with that gap in between, we actually have a solid month technically that we still have our rental house and that one. So even though our possession day is in like less than a week when you're seeing this video, we aren't going to be moved into it for a few more weeks. And so yeah, just this transition, I'm trying to figure out like what we're actually going to move based on all the work that we have to do on the house, and it's a lot. Also, like there's stuff all over my house. So that's a real life moment for you. I need to drop that off to my Gigi. We have 2 of them actually, so I need to drop those off. That I use all the time, and so I just wanted to make sure that it was out and that it did not get packed away. And then actually this is this is a bag for my mother-in-law, and those in there is golf balls. So it's like stuff for my husband that he has to go through. I know it looks like a total disaster, but in my head it's organized and I know what's in it, so that's like all that matters. So yeah, we're going to start packing some of this up. But last thing before I start packing up the rest of this kitchen is I did do all of our serving dishes and stuff that were up there, all of our extra like trays, and then up on the top of the fridge I have butter because, you know, we always need butter and that's where I store it. Hi. How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Good, what are you doing?
Took a bite, and now I'm filled up. I don't know where you are tonight. Cause you're right, I've been starving and now I don't know what to do tonight. But I've been feeling like you're pretty easy to like when your body is closer to mine. You got me feeling like there's no one other than you who can make me lose my mind. You start me up like no one has ever could. You fuel my fire. What are the odds we end up loving this? Spending every minute together. I found it quite odd, quite lovely. You start me up like no one has ever could. You fuel my fire.
I know you guys are so eager to see the new house, and trust me, I just cannot wait to share everything. So make sure that you are subscribed if you are not already, to stay up to date on all of the house information and room transformations, and again, just kind of all of that stuff. This is the quickest move I think I have ever had in my entire life, with less than 4 weeks to pack up the whole house and move. Was getting to be quite stressful, and so I'm so happy that we ended up taking an extra month here at our rental house so that we could do all of the DIY projects in an empty house and get everything done there before actually moving in. And so I can't wait to share all of that with you. But if you guys have any questions, leave them down below in the comments. Other than that, if you're still needing some motivation, check out this playlist here, and we will see you in my next one. Bye.